blue skies cool. They seduce us, pulling us irresistibly upwards, reminding us to fly our own line, on our wings, and in life. We are the seekers, adventurers, being one with the air, feeling everything and nothing at once. That's the magic we chase. Follow the call. Find your pure, wild flight with NZ Aerosports.
Coming straight from the cockpit, it's another episode of Lunatic Fringe with the fucking pilot.
Ready, set, go. Back in the can for another edition of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void. Again, technology doing the trick. And this time, some people already know who the fuck this is because they're looking at you. But for those that are just listening to the podcast, who the fuck are you and what do you do?
My name is Ray Kubiak, and I guess I'm an ex-skydiver, full-time tunnel rat.
Ex-skydiver. You're never an ex-skydiver. You're always a skydiver. You're just one that's not jumping.
I don't have a rig. You know what I mean?
I don't have a rig. I run a fucking skydiving podcast. I don't have a rig right now.
You jumping right now?
No, I can't, man, because I had the first surgery in June. And actually, by the time this airs, I will have already had the second surgery. So no, I'm on the ground for probably a year.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I wish I could. But anyway, fuck, enough about that shit. So you're like fucking Ray Ninja Kubiak.
Yeah, that's what they say. No. I tell you what, my spins aren't as fast as they used to be, and I love it. I just love flying.
Yeah,
I to a spot where I just don't give a shit.
I don't think any of our spins and shit are going as fast as they used to, are they?
Man, they feel so fast. Like I'll do a helicopter spin, and I'm like, I expect my dudes that are like watching me fly, and this is ego, but I still expect to see the faces on the guys that work with me to be like, what was that shit? And they're just not.
No.
And then I watched the video, and what feels like I'm going is like more of a wop 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 wop. And I'm like, it reminds me of when we first started flying,
right?
Being on your belly and you feel like you're spinning like crazy, and then you watch the video and you're barely turning.
Of course,
of course. That's what I feel like now.
Well, you know what comes next? What comes next is you're going to be watching the faces of the kids that you're working with, and it's just going to be concern that you might break a hip.
Damn it.
That's what comes next. It's no longer they're not impressed, they're just concerned.
Right. That might be the look I'm seeing, actually.
Yeah.
Might have just brought it all together for me.
It might be. So now let's take everybody all the way back to the start, because you and I did this before and we had the opportunity to sit down pre-pandemic, and we'll talk about all that shit as we get there. But for a lot of people, they haven't heard that first episode. So tell me, how did you get your start in anything really extreme, but especially in flying and specifically in the tunnel?
I got to start. Well, I saw the tunnel when I was a kid, and then that burned into my memory. And they can listen to that first one. I think we talked about that. I was like 8 years old. I was looking at I came to Flyway on a field trip. Flyway in Las Vegas. That tunnel's different than what we're used to now, as you know. But for the people listening, it's a fan in the middle and pads on the side, and it's you can fall out, and it's sketchy, and it's cool as shit.
Sure.
And I went there on a field trip, and I was looking in the mirror or in the window there. The guy flew right up to the window, did like this, and then backflipped off. And I thought, holy shit. And I looked over, and there's these two girls, and the one girl's name was Rosie. I know that because that was my first crush. And I looked over at Rosie, and Rosie's talking to this other girl. I don't know who she was, someone random. And I thought to myself, how in the hell are you watching? How are you guys gabbing over here? Like, there with this going on, you know?
Right.
And she instantly disgusted me, and I never talked to her again. You know, I'm kidding. So fast forward, I'm at Alamo, which was like a rehearsal studio for the local bands in Vegas. And I was I like to call myself, like I was saying that I was a manager of this one band, but in real life I was just the roadie. I know that.
Now, what was
like
the band?
I never found it. Viries was the name of the band.
All right.
Viries, yeah. But Tony Spataro was there. He was in a band called Ill Figures, and right across the hallway from where Viries practice was where Fatter Than Albert used to practice. And that was a band back then. And Cito, one of the guys in that band, Dave McMahon, the drummer from that band, they worked at Flyaway with us. And then Tony Spataro also worked at Flyaway. But I ran into him out front of that studio, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? He said, I'm working at Flyaway, man, the indoor skydiving place. And I was like, can you get me a job? And he was like, yes, come on in. And I showed up that day in like a maroon suit. And I think you were there.
I was
You
there.
might have been in the lobby.
I was there.
And I walk in for my job interview, and there's a bunch of dudes in like sweatpants and like gross looking white instructors shirts.
Right.
And I'm like, I feel totally overdressed, but like, and I am, but I'm not dressed for like a job interview. I look like I'm going to a club. Like, it's like a maroon suit and then this black shirt, like Henley shirt, but it was like that rayon material.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know how to do my hair. I wear hats all the time, right? So I walk in feeling goofy as shit, and I have an interview with Rob Ogle. And his interview question, he said, I see that you were in DECA, which is an organization of business students or whatever.
Oh.
And I said, yeah. And he was in DECA, so he hired me on the spot as a CSR, as a customer service representative, the front desk person. And I was there for all of 2 hours, and I told him I wanted to be an instructor. And so he sent me upstairs to become an instructor. And as we know, I was awesome at it straight off the gate. And then,
dude, a savant.
Killing the game. Savant. Killing the game ever since.
Yeah, man. You were straight up a savant, dude. I've never seen anybody stroll into a tunnel more gracefully and just go into it from there. It was amazing.
Like Jesus on water.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a very, very small puddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, we know that's not the way it went. Your back is still paying you dividends for how bad I sucked.
A few. Yeah, no. It was kind of funny because I'll still, I get to this day use it as bragging points that I taught Ray how to fly in the tunnel. Now, that's actually not true. I taught you how to not die in the tunnel, and then you taught everybody else what flying really was. So,
you know what? About that.
Yeah.
I'm convinced I've never taught anybody anything. Like I agree when you say like you didn't teach me how to fly. No bullshit. You taught me how to learn how to fly.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I tell them, when I'm coaching people, I'm like, look, I can't do it for you. I can give you I can steer you towards what a good rep looks like. and then we're going to do 1,000 of them,
right.
You know?
Right.
And I'm either going to look at you and go, oh, no, do this thing. Or I'm going to go, that was it. Keep going.
Sure.
And yeah.
So now, how early on in your career, by the way, before we go too far into it, I just saw online they did a reunion of Fatter Than Albert and Clockwise.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't that cool?
Amazing.
So for
did
any
you
of
watch
the
it?
No, I haven't been able to see it yet. But for any of the Vegas kids,
I'll send it to you.
Please do. There were two bands that were really kicking, and that was Fatter Than Albert and then Clockwise, both out of Vegas. All of them tunnel flyers, some skydivers, and they had one song that went out and was fucking epic that got kind of mainstream, and otherwise it wasn't super mainstream, but they were an excellent band.
So funny story about that. They were Fatter Than Albert, which is a cool name.
Yes.
And then they got signed by some, I think, RCA maybe or something, a big label, but they couldn't be called Fatter Than Albert because the movie Fat Albert was coming out. So they changed their name to Clockwise.
Clockwise, yeah.
And then it just, the music industry's stupid. They changed it. They went through that whole 2-year period of like touring and doing the deal, and then they got dropped.
Right.
So,
well,
I think so. What they were doing, it was the Fatter Than Clockwise reunion.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, I remember being so impressed when it first came out because the first time I heard one of their songs was a video shot by Diana's son. Diana was the manager of Flyaway. 2 of the members of the band were working at Flyaway at the time, and I knew that they played instruments. I didn't know they were fucking musicians. And then all of a sudden this badass video comes out that, how old was he when he shot that video? Like 15?
Brady was
he was young.
Yeah, he was like 16.
Yeah, and he cut it together on his computer. He went on tour with him. Yeah, so he's in hotel rooms and doing all that shit. And it was a badass video and a badass song. And I just thought that was so cool because it kind of ties into the fact that you never know what else other people have going on in their lives besides something like skydiving and tunnel flying, because we're so wrapped up in that world that we don't ask.
I agree.
Yeah.
What's crazy is Brett, when he was 6, Brett Adams is who we're talking about. He is, even to this day, if he goes into Flyaway, he makes it look like child's play. Like, he is so good. He's so explosive and when he was 16 years old, he would be like hanging out with all of us older people, and it didn't matter. You could go to McDonald's and there would be a girl looking at him, giving him the eyes, I remember we went to this like house party, and because I wasn't much older than him, I was like 19, he was like 16 or some shit. And like my friends, the girls I know would be like, "Hey, so who's your friend?" I'd be like, "He's a child, leave him alone. He's 16, leave him alone." They're like, "Oh, really?" And I could see him like thinking like, "Yeah, 16, yeah, It's like, no, you didn't. You're like 22, you old cougar. Get away from that kid."
Just looking to expand his horizons, that's all.
Yeah, that kid.
Well, and then he went into rodeos. So he became a proper rodeo star, like won major competitions and shit.
He is a straight up fucking ninja, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, full blown ninja. He went in, he worked at the King Arthur's table, the night that shit.
Yeah, the jousting thing. Yeah, the jousting thing.
He would do like a triple twisting backflip after getting hit with the joust. Like, they would joust, they would hit him with the joust. He would do a triple twisting backflip or a double twisting backflip, land flat on his back off of a galloping horse. And the medics thought he was hurt every single time he did it, and he did it twice a night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. And then he was a pirate at Treasure Island.
Sure.
Doing huge aerial stunts off of like the bird's nest thing, whatever the hell that thing's called.
He followed in Kevin Love's footsteps on that.
Right. That's
Kevin, rest in peace, man. He, for anybody that knew Kevin back in the day, he was a badass base jumper, skydiver, videographer, all that stuff, but he did stunts as well. And he got hired on, after he got fired from the Hard Rock, he got hired on doing the pirate show at Treasure Island. And same thing, he's doing these massive stunts off the fucking crow's nest that's 60 feet up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, a badass.
At night. Yeah. In the dark water.
Yes, and they're doing that show. What, they did it every 30 minutes for fucking 6 hours or 7 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Man,
like that.
I was so jealous when Brett started working there. I was like, dude, what are you, huh? Like, so much fun. Like, that would be so much fun.
So now, at what
Maybe
point?
not in the winter.
No, definitely not in the winter. But they wore full wetsuits then.
Yeah,
Now,
I think that water might be warm too.
yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Maybe.
Now, when in your career did you know you were hooked? Like, how quickly did you know? Oh shit, this is what I want to do.
Well, I remember getting there at Flyaway, and you brought me in the tunnel after we made it through that month of hell, or however long it was.
Yeah.
I feel like it was months, dude.
Nah.
Like I just couldn't. You remember me beating up the pads?
Yes.
I remember just getting so mad one time I started punching the pads, and I'm like 130 pounds soaking wet. Like,
Right.
I can't imagine how funny that must have looked to you, to think like, dude, you could punch me as hard as you can and it wouldn't do anything. I remember you looking at me one time and you were like, I did something cool, like a flip or a flip with like a half twist, and you're like, dude, you're gonna be good at this. And I just ran that in my head like it was gospel. I was like, well, he knows what he's talking about. Like, so it was like the confidence I needed. But no, I think I knew when this is gonna sound stupid, but I loved going to work, man. Like I remember laying in the pads one night after we were shut down and we were all flying, and just laying there. I mean, there was Flyaway Tennessee and Flyaway Vegas and the Aerodium, right?
Yep.
As far as we knew.
Yep.
You know, Skyventure and iFly didn't exist.
Nope.
And I was just laying in that pad looking up and thinking how lucky I am. I'm probably the only person in the world doing this right now. Like, I remember thinking that. I remember when the pool was so small that there was maybe 30 of us on Earth that did it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At any one given time, it was like, it was exciting and just fun and different and hidden. And like, nobody knew what the fuck we were doing. Like, it was just like our own little thing.
Yes.
You know?
Well, I remember when
cool or
were you working?
We were just having it. Like,
were you working there when we had the Flyboys come down, when Eli and Fritz came out?
Yeah, that was the most exciting stuff ever for me when I was a kid.
Right. I remember when they came out and they thought it was just the coolest fucking thing in the world. And I remember thinking something similar. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, these are the fucking Flyboys. Like, I've been watching their videos and I've got, hero worship of these guys that are younger than me, but I've got hero worship for the shit that they're doing. And they're like stoked that they get to come fly where I work every day.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that was the coolest fucking thing ever. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And I remember loving when they would come.
Well, and you got to fly a bunch of cool people in that tunnel as well, though, didn't you? I mean, you had a couple of brushes with fame in that tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to fly Tony Hawk. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Tony Hawk and Danny Way, Mike Escamilla. And then Travis Pastrana, which we're still in contact with him.
Really?
Yeah, no, he still flies. Like, yeah, he digs it. Like, so what do you know? His daughter flies. Like, it's cool as shit, man.
Your buddies with Travis fucking Pastrana?
I want to say, I don't know if we're, but like, yeah, I mean, he's not calling me over his house for Thanksgiving dinner, bro. You know what I mean? If he sees me out in public, he probably doesn't know who I am, but it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool to like see that stuff. Nothing's funnier though than when somebody gets starstruck, because I don't get starstruck.
Right.
I know that they're humans. I grew up in Vegas. It's like, whatever, dude. I remember when I was a kid at an airport, Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer.
Yep.
My dad was like, go get his autograph. And I remember thinking, I was like 10. I was like, why would I do that? He's like, go get his autograph. It's like, I don't want his autograph. It's like, why would I do that?
Nice.
Like, yeah. When Tony Hawk flew, I took a Polaroid picture of myself and signed it and gave it to him. Oh, cocky little bastard, right?
You gave Tony Hawk a fucking autograph picture of yourself.
Oh, yeah, isn't
Dude,
that
good
funny?
form. Good fucking form.
Yeah, it
What
was funny.
what sparked that? Just you
What?
being Ray?
Yeah. There was a Polaroid on the flight deck for whatever reason, and I took a picture of myself, and it opened up, and doing that thing real quick, and it's just a picture of me going, and I think I wrote keep chasing your dreams, kid, you'll get there someday, or something. And then signed it. And then as they were getting on the tour bus, on their bus that they were in, I was like, hey, Mr. Hawk, or Tony, or whatever I said, here. And I handed him the picture. He looked at it and laughed and said, thanks. And he probably just threw it away once he got in the bus. But that's
wouldn't you shit your pants if it was like on his fridge at home right now?
Yeah. I quite literally would shit my pants. Like
he was like looking at your picture and trying to psych himself up when he went for the fucking 900. He's like, he said, keep chasing my dreams, man. I'm going for it.
I'm in it. I think he had already done the 900 by that time, maybe.
Probably.
He got that record a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time.
No, I ran into him in Austin. We were doing like this X Games exhibition thing. It was pretty cool when X Games was in Austin, Texas, and a bunch of athletes and stuff came to the tunnel, and we were there, and it was like this special party that I got invited. It was awesome. And he was there, and he didn't recognize me. So I imagine if I was on his refrigerator, he'd have been like, "You look strangely familiar." I feel like why does this guy look so familiar?
It's there subliminally. It's in the back of his mind.
Right.
So you sparked it all off in Flyaway, and then Flyaway, obviously, for those that don't know, Flyaway is a fucking blast. It's a shitload of fun, but as far as learning modern tunnel flying, it's not up to speed. No pun intended. Yeah, it's not there yet. It doesn't have wall-to-wall air. It's got 120 max of air. You got to wear big baggy suits, which it's fucking great, and it taught me how to be a good cameraman because I learned how to fly cloth. But it doesn't teach you to be the body pilot that you do in modern tunnels. So when you finally moved on from Vegas, where was the next trip, and was it intentionally for tunnel?
It was. So I was jumping back and forth from Vegas to Utah, right? So I'd skydive the summer in Utah, and then I'd winter in Vegas at the tunnel. And I did that for 2 or 3 years, I think 3 years. And then the tunnel in Arizona was opening up, so I went down there and got my gig. And that was super exciting times because tunnel flying was still relatively newish.
Sure.
And there still wasn't a whole hell of a lot of skydivers that like could do it.
Right.
And so I'm just watching this thing build in the desert, knowing that I'm gonna blow their fucking brains out. Like I know they're gonna see what I could do, and they're gonna be like, oh, because it was special. That now it's a dime a dozen, but man, back then, man, you couldn't imagine seeing people, like 2 people flying head down at the same time was like like, whoa, absolutely. That's crazy. Like,
well, you remember when we would have the big groups of jumpers, and I'm sure you were working the day that we had the USPA symposium, and we had all the fucking DZOs come in to fly. And amazing skydivers, they can run some drop zones, but holy fucking shit, they could not fly.
No, they sucked at it. And that did not help. That did not help my psyche, man. That didn't, to watch the flyboys suck in our tunnel and like fake pictures, like jump up in the air and get the head down and take a picture. Remember?
Yes.
And Fernando just trying his hardest to get the shot, like, and just thinking, why don't you just fly? Like, and thinking, man, I'm going to go take their gold medals. That's what I'm going to go do. That's what I'm thinking in my head, you know, go do a skydive and then pull my parachute and not be able to hit a 4-acre lot. Like, how big was that landing area? How big was it? I couldn't hit it.
Yeah.
You know,
pretty fucking big.
Well, you better pump you better pump the brakes if you think you're going after Mike Ortiz's gold medal, son, because that ain't happening. Like,
right?
yeah, it's a long road. Like, so.
So when
anyway,
Utah finally did open up, what happened?
So Arizona opened up, and
Arizona,
yeah, it was exactly the way I thought it was going to be. Exactly the way I thought it was going to be. But all right, so before that tunnel opened up, I loved it because I got to make friends with all of these people before they knew that I was a ninja. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I got to be the actual friends, like not people that liked me because I flew good or something, you know. That's the dumbest reason to like somebody. Like, so I'd make, you know, having drinks with people, talking, like, and I was able to just not. I didn't have that. It was good for me too. I didn't have that to like be my one trick pony. That's who I am, you know.
Right.
So I had to make my name amongst them without a wind tunnel, and for almost a year and a half. So I get on the not packing. Who are we kidding? I get on Fun Air.
Right.
And they don't have a slot for me. They don't have a slot for another cameraman to shoot. It's Mike McGowan's gig, and he's got Wes was running it, and they had their roster.
Yep.
And I charged up my batteries because cameras took batteries back then. I charged up my batteries, and I had my camera gear all ready, and I went and sat on that bench. I was the first person there every morning. And I had to do that for about 4 days, and somebody didn't show up for their shift because skydivers like to drink and party.
Yeah, man.
And I knew it was going to happen. So I just waited. I waited for a slot. And in 2 weeks, I went from like number 8 on the roster to it was Wes, Travis Mills, and me. And then the part-timer people, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like middle of summer. So it was easy to kind of get that slot.
Sure.
People bail out in the summer.
Oh yeah.
And then the winter season came through, and we just had a blast, man, doing the thing. Then the tunnel opened up, and I went over to do that deal. And man, it was just really exciting. It was fun for the ego, and it was fun for just like the creativity aspect. It was exciting. Everybody was excited. And man, we pissed off Carlos and Joe Winters and like all the IBA. Oh man, at the time it was a blast. It was they had left us. They left a bunch of level 1 instructors. I think a couple of us might have been level 2 instructors. And if you don't know what that is, like a level 1 instructor can teach belly fly, and a level 2 can teach like belly and back. Level 3 is like belly, back, and sit. And then level 4 would be like head down and all that movement and stuff.
Sure.
But we're at the biggest drop zone pretty much in the world with a wind tunnel. And like they leave, and none of us, I could fly on my head, but they leave and nobody signed off to fly on their head. And when they come back, Jeffro's on his head. Jason Peters is on his head, Curtis, like all these dudes are like flying upside down, and they're like threatening to pull our ratings at the time. You know, it wasn't the same organization it is now.
Right.
It's gotten a lot better. Right. It was different, and they were pissed. I was just like, what did you want me to do? Like, what did you want me to do? Okay. So you took me and was like, you're the cop. Police them.
Right.
I was like, no, I'm one of the inmates, dude. Like,
yeah.
I'm one of the inmates. I'll make sure they get back in their cage at the end of the night, but like, I'm one of the inmates. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's a hard
Fair
one.
enough. Well, now, so especially when you're talking about the as the progression of instructing goes, I mean, the shit that we used to pull in flyaway was insane, because we used to like have contests to see who could float their student closest to the top net and burble them. Like, stupid, insane stuff. The fact that we didn't kill anybody in that tunnel is still amazing. And then they obviously got quite strict, I would assume, because a lot of people did get broken. But now the level that goes into just rating your instructors, I would say, is probably even stricter than sometimes in skydiving.
Yeah, it is. If somebody gets in the tunnel and they're flying on their back and they've never done a back layout and they're just static back flying, chances of them being able to go from their back over to their belly over the head.
Yep.
Is extremely low without smashing a wall. Like extremely low.
Right.
And if they can do it once, they definitely can't do it 10 times in a row. Like, so the hardest part is fighting complacency with instructors that have been doing it for a couple years and have never seen something go bad. And it's like, try to urge to them that, like, you're like, listen, when it goes bad, it is epic bad. Like, it is crazy how fast the body moves and how hard it hits and how bad it can be.
Yeah.
And it will boggle your brain. I saw a person one time. It was a video from Body Flight Bedford. It was a belly flyer getting in the tunnel with booties on. It's a person that knows how to fly. They jump in the tunnel and the booties inflate. It pushes them all the way over into this, and then they go wham, and they slam the top of the door jamb and crumple into a ball of shit. What? Like, how do you train for that? You know, so it's like, but the instructor, you know, is miles away from the door when the person's getting in, and
that shouldn't be that funny, but it fucking is.
It is, and I think they were fine, but we definitely get lucky a lot, I think.
Sure.
You know?
Well, like, how many times did you personally get your head stuck in the net in flyaway? Because I did it at least 3 times.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of me. Well, do you want to hear a funny story?
Please.
Do we got time?
Oh, we got time. We got time.
I went through the strangest period of time where now I'm in Arizona. I'm at the spot I've always wanted to be with the clientele that I've always wanted to have. You know, I want to teach people who want to know how to fly, how to get better at it. That's what I want. Yeah, I'd done the first time flyer thing, and now I'm doing this thing, right? I haven't flown in flyaway since I came to Eloy. I haven't really been back.
Right.
Eloy, at the time of the story, I really hadn't figured out how to fly in it yet. Like, I was still kind of flying like flyaway in this tunnel. I haven't learned how to fly in this tunnel. I was turning the wind speed down low and just trying to do flyaway tricks in this tunnel. But it still just didn't. It was apples to bananas. Like, it just didn't even kind of match, you know. And I didn't know why it didn't match. I didn't know. It was weird. I go back to flyaway, and this is how weird it was. I could not put my head on the net in Arizona and balance. I could fly on my head, but I could not put my head on the net and let go of the net and balance there. Wow. I couldn't do it. I could transition to my head. I could cartwheel to my head. I could front flip to my head. I could flip and end up on my head. But I don't know why I couldn't do it. I still don't know why I couldn't do it. I get used to my head hitting the net.
Sure.
Right?
I know where this is going.
we go to Vegas after a while and not being in that tunnel. And I walk in, and the dudes that are working there are like, holy shit, Kubiak's in the house. You guys got to see this dude fly. Blah, blah, blah. Like, hyping me up. A bunch of new guys that I don't know.
Right.
And I'm like, hey guys, and I'm still like inside my head, I'm like, I'm gonna tear this shit up. Like I didn't see it coming either. I was
Right.
like, yeah, bring on the crowd. We're about to see a show. I flip over to my head and I'm sinking out, but I could feel the pocket of lift is there. I just need a little help.
Right.
So I get down by the net and I go whoomp, and I stick my head right through the net and I get stuck. And none of the new guys know not to rush the net.
Oh.
So they're all running. They're all trying to help me. I got this big old iron jaw that sticks out like that far. The Protect helmet with like the iron jaw thing that's out like this far.
Yep.
Plastic. So it like locks you in there. And I can't get out. And now they've tightened the net around my neck. And I'm just like, so they turn the tunnel completely off. We get my head out and I look up and my brand new wife, that's why we were there. It was my honeymoon. My brand new wife is looking at me. And she's crying. She doesn't even care if I'm okay. She's just bawling her eyes out, laughing so hard. It's so hard. And I finished flying and it was fun. And she was like, oh, the great Ray Kubiak. Like, she's like, it was so funny. What a good memory that was. Like,
oh, dude, that's genius. Yeah, though people didn't realize. I mean, that net in flyaway was strung loose enough that if you stuck your head through and anybody stood on it, all they did was tighten up the wires and it locked your fucking head in place. You've done it,
buddy.
I did it. Sammy Popov did it. Kevin did it. Yep. Everybody I know has gotten their head stuck in the net at flyaway.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Insane. Now, I wanted to ask you while I was thinking about it, you were saying that when you started out in Elo, you were turning down the wind speed and trying to fly tricks like you were in flyaway. But if memory serves, and you'll know this a lot better than me, at one point, the wind tunnel was always about as much fucking airspeed as you can get, because that's where your power is. That's how you're flying head down. That's how you're doing those tricks. But now it's gone back to very low wind speeds, has it not?
Yes and no. The added speed, this is what I think. This none of this is gospel. This is just what I say. The tunnels got faster, and as the tunnels got faster, the body positions got more streamlined. So people look a lot smoother. You know? So they'll look at an old school flyer like me and like, I fly really smooth too when the wind speed gets super fast. You know? When I'm doing my thing, I kind of like being ugly when I fly. That's just my thing. That's just my style. Like that's just what I do. Just like pop, 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 like but that's what it sounds like to me. But now it's like
pretty soon you'll be able to lay the Benny Hill soundtrack over the flying.
So the wind speed, like the slow speed, fast speed, progression, or even there's even kind of an argument like which is better. It's like, man, you have to learn both. And every time I hear one of these arguments, like what's better, like dynamic or movement, or dynamic or static, or low wind speed, high wind speed, or man, you got to know how to do it all. Like you have to know how to do it all. And I don't think people like that answer because that's 20-hour progression. You know, that's that's a lifetime of learning, right? That's 40 hours. That's 100 hours. Like you put the price tag on what that costs to learn dynamic and static at the same time. When people are wanting to learn, I say, cool, get a good base, a good foundation, which is pretty much the same. You have to know how to backfly. Like you have to, you know, and then once you know how to backfly, like you're kind of in a safer spot. Like once you know how to control this and this, then you're kind of in a safer spot to like start learning other things. If your goal is skydiving, go skydiving.
Yes. It's a
you
different sport,
if
right?
Your goal is skydiving. Yes. If your goal is skydiving, go skydive. Like if your goal is to skydive and go fall straight down the pipe, like if you know, all right, cool, I skydive, but now it's windy and it's weathered or it's winter, I'm gonna spend it in the wind tunnel, and this is my goal.
Sure.
Like, I want to get better at this, or I want to get better at that, or maybe just approach the wind tunnel and say, I want to get better at wind tunnel flying.
Sure.
All right, cool. What interests you? You know, the slower wind speed. When we went through that era of fast wind speed, as the tunnels got faster, all right, let me back up. If slow wind speed flying is the thing everybody's doing now, then why don't they fly at slow wind speeds during dynamic competitions? They top it out. They top it out. Why? Because they have spent time at the lower wind speed, at the medium wind speed, at the high wind speed, and at the extreme high wind speed, and they've learned how to trim their body at all of these different angles for
Sure.
what's going on.
Sure.
And that's the ninja, right? Like, if you haven't done that, Martin Christensen is a ninja. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
This dude, yeah, Martin's been in the game for 20 years, man, but maybe longer. Like, he's he does flip twists and stuff at like 100% of wind tunnel. Like, I do a flip twist at 100%. I'm in a different atmosphere. Like literally, I'm like up there. Like, I turn the wind speed down to like 85, 88%. Like, I can do it topped out, but it's only a single flip twist, and I have to like really charge the net and like come down fast and then throw it, and then try not to break the illusion that it's still going that way.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just go and this is what it looks like. Like, if this is the flip twist, it's like, all right, ready, flip. That's all you see. Like, it's.
Now, let me ask: Have you got one of these?
The Wittenberg kids, they're doing
dude.
crazy tricks and stuff at extremely high wind speeds, and it's crazy to me, because mathematically it still doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, well, you weigh 100 pounds, you shouldn't be able to be so flat for so long without going that way.
Right.
Okay, cool,
dude. Watching those fucking kids. You've literally, if you've watched their progression at all, it's watching two kids eat, sleep, and breathe everything most people consider extreme sports and excelling at fucking all of it. I remember having a quick conversation with Mike maybe a year or so after they were on the show, or he was on the show talking about them, and he sent me a super exciting video because he was super stoked that Noah had done his first fucking barrel roll speed riding. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This kid's not even old enough to drive, and you're excited that he's doing this shit, and they're fucking ground launching and doing all this insane stuff. And then, of course, the shit they're doing in the tunnel is just, it's a different kind of human being.
Right.
It's next level.
I got the chance to hang out with them a bunch this last year because they were doing camps at our tunnel. And it's crazy to me how just normal
they're great kids
are. Yeah. They're just normal ass kids, man. Like, they're like so like like, yep. Hey, what's up, Noah? He's like, no, what's up?
Yep.
Like, no.
All I could ever think is, if that was me, I would have been thrown out of school because everybody would have fucking hated me, because all I would have done was run around showing everybody videos of the badass shit that I was doing. And those kids are like, yeah. What do you do on your off time? Oh, stuff with dad.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. I don't think I know for a fact that I wouldn't be as cool as that kid or those kids. They're both super cool. Like, they're not stuck up or nothing. Like, I would be a total prick. Like, I would be a total stuck up prick. Like, I would walk in and I hand my helmet to the first person I saw and be like, not even say shit to him. Just be like,
yep.
and then just keep walking.
But
And
luckily,
if they didn't follow, like, helmet boy. Bring me my helmet.
luckily, you're the same guy that punched his head through the net at fucking Flyaway on your honeymoon. So it kind of humbles you a little bit, right? So
There's a little bit.
I got to ask, so with all the different flying, the other thing that's changed dramatically in the tunnel has been the apparel, because you went from flying, and the last time I physically was with you when you were flying, you were in a suit that you could have fit 5 people in, just this massive suit. Now, are you wearing one of these suits where I'd be able to tell if you're circumcised or not?
Maybe. No.
I don't want to. For as much as I want to see you're flying now, I
go the suit. So the suit you're talking about, for the most part, is like the Flex series.
Yeah.
Like so the Tone Fly, and then they have the Flex, and then the other manufacturers have their version of it. Like Deems got their version of it. I think Deems got a suit that's got a dick pocket, maybe. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. There's like a little pocket. I think it's Deem. There's like a little pocket. I think you slide your junk into it. Like,
why?
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't need a whole pocket. I'm just flying.
I only need one of those coin pockets that's at the top of the blue jeans.
Yeah, where you put your Zippo.
That's
like,
it.
I said Zippo. Like, who's sporting Zippos? Anyway, my suit is form fitting for sure, but I don't have the spandex. I have like a combination. Like the upper body on mine is like a Flex, and the lower body is like a 630. I think they call it. And it's a dope combination. I love my suit. Like, no, what I've noticed with the progression is when the suits were not flyaway baggy, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
When people have more drag, it was easier to teach them how to fly static head down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And outface carving. Like outface carving, head down outface. It was it's a little easier when you have a little bit more drag on the legs. So every once in a while we would just throw free fly pants on somebody when they're learning that. And then
sure.
It's funny though, because as when we opened up here, we had a bunch of big old military size dudes wanting suits, and then looking at what we're wearing, and then like modeling themselves after that. And I'm like, and they like looking like the suits are spray painted on these like Greek gods, I'm like, oh great, you weigh, dude, you're like 240 pounds and you want to learn how to fly head down and you're wearing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this tunnel's fast, but geez, man, I don't want to have to turn it up that fucking high. Like, I want like, and so then it's like, hey man, you want to learn how to carve? Because it's probably easier progression for that dude. Like, for me to teach that guy, like, yeah.
Oh yeah. So now remind everybody where you're at now.
I'm at I Fly Virginia Beach.
Nice.
And yeah, been here for 7 years.
Really?
So yeah, it's crazy.
Fucking hell. Well,
we're going into 7 years.
It blows me away. The pre-podcast, we discovered that it was 2 fucking years ago that I had you on the first time. Which brings me to the next subject, which is,
feels like yesterday, man.
I know, but it was fucking pre-pandemic. So how has the last 2 years been for, not just for Virginia Beach in the tunnel, but for you specifically? Man,
I've had the weirdest last 2 years of my life. Like, no, seriously, I been surrounded by people with coronavirus, to the tune of my wife had it. Right? I was kissing her. I didn't stop kissing her. Like, I was like, I'm not talking like, but like, I peck her on the cheek, like lay next to her all night. We didn't quarantine from each other.
Right.
I quarantined from work and stuff, but like, I didn't get it. Like, my son had it. My son and my wife both had it. My other 3 kids and me, we never got it. Like, I still haven't had it.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm so the way I felt as a kid, as a young punk teenage kid, has just come back. I was right. Like, that's all I'm thinking in my head, is like the only time in my life where I'm like, oh my God, I was right. Like, it has nothing to do with anything but class warfare. I believed that when I was a kid, that they don't even believe what they're saying. They're just trying to get you and me to fight. That's it. So they find a polarizing issue and they run with it. And I was like, man, and I've witnessed that happen. Like, but inside my own head, or like every day, even now, I wake up and I go, oh shit, I got corona.
Right.
Or like, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like shit, I got corona. And I'm like, oh no. I just like to drink. I'm like, oh, no, I'm just, all right. No, I just like to drink. I got it. All right, cool. And then, this, like, get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. It's like, dude, all right, I'll get the vaccine, but stop yelling at me. Like, or what, why do you want? And then on the other hand, thinking that the people with vaccines are kind of like Trojan horses. And I say that because I had a guy come into work a month and a half ago, and he was like, yeah, I feel like shit. Now he had his sunglasses on, and I was like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I got light sensitivity issues today. I was like, well, rub some dirt in it or something. Like, what do you need from me? He's like, you take some Tylenol. Like, what do you need? And he was like, I just feel run down. I was like, well, maybe you got corona. And he's like, no, it's not corona.
It was corona.
I said, dude, why don't you get out of here? You're bringing me down. Like, you bring the crew down. Like, go get the fuck out of here. Go get tested or whatever. He calls me up like 2 hours later. He's like, I got the rapid test done, and I do got corona. And I was like, I told you might have had it. He goes, his exact words, it didn't feel like this last time. I was like, okay. I said, hey, you're vaxxed, right? He was like, yeah, I'm fully vaxxed. So he's fully vaxxed, and he's had it before. Of course it wouldn't feel the same way.
Right.
Of course it would feel different. Of course it's not going to feel as bad as it did the first time, but you can still get people sick. So it's like, I don't know what's better. I don't know if it's better if you get sick and then you're so fucked up that you can't even think about going to work. You're like, oh, I can't go to work.
Right.
Oh, I feel like shit. Or if you wake up and just kind of feel like kind of normal,
right,
but a little under the weather, and you go to work.
By the way, I've noticed you've softened over the years. You're just a big sweetie now. But you're bumming us out, rub dirt in it, fuck off.
Nah, I'm not really like that. But you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I remember going to work up until 2 years ago, completely sick.
Right.
Totally sick.
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh because I'll cough for like 40 minutes. Like,
sure.
And just be at work. And people look at you, but now you can't do that. Like, it'd be crazy.
Hell no. What's it done to the tunnel? I mean, are you guys running around? I mean, obviously it took a while for you guys to get back to work. You're hopping in a big tube of air.
No. We took, at the very beginning, we took, I think it was a week and a half. We were closed down for a week and a half. And then we were deemed an essential business because we do other business. And then we rode that until we could open back up for first time flyers. Wow. And I think you can quote me on it, I don't care, but I think we were the busiest tunnel in the world.
Wow.
For the last few years.
Wow.
I think we were the most productive tunnel. I would love to see other people's books and be like, compared to what we did this year, I don't see how they beat us, because I mean, they're still shut down.
Do you think part of it's that people are spending their vacation money on doing shit at home because they can't go anywhere?
Yeah. And I think that, when you have Baltimore's tunnel's not open, Atlanta's tunnel, or you know what I mean? Loudoun's tunnel's not open. Like, these places, their fun stuff isn't open. And Virginia Beach I think Virginia Beach rode the line perfectly. be honest with you, because we had a mask, we did the mask thing, we did the distance thing, we limited our class sizes, and we bought air filtration systems and stuff. I don't know if any of that, if that worked, but we played the game the way we needed to play the game with safety in mind. Like, I don't want my guys to get sick. They don't want to get sick.
Sure.
I had already started practicing social distancing shit a long time ago.
I've been doing that for 30 years.
I've been getting sick from general public. We've been dealing with general public for our whole lives, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to touch people because they get you sick. Like, so, and I thought that before. I was already wearing gloves when I instruct. Like, the only person I think at our tunnel that does it religiously, like, I'm always wearing gloves. And then, because I like to high five people, shit like that. Like, well, you're gonna high five them, and then you're gonna touch your face. I was like, they also have gloves on. I put all my. If I take a class, I put them in gloves. I'm like, put these on. I want to high five you. So somebody could look at that and be like, oh, are you afraid to get coronavirus? No, I'm not. Are you vaccinated? No, I'm not. Oh, are you an anti-vaxxer? No, I'm not. Why don't you stop labeling me? Like, labeling everybody with their shit. Just like, you worry about you and I'll worry about me. Or do you worry about getting grandma? How old's your grandma? She's 85. I don't give a fuck about your grandma. Or, hey, like, she's 85. That's life expectancy, man. I'm sorry, that was a little.
Holy shit.
But like my mom's in her 70s. My mom and dad are in their 70s and shit. Like, like I had an uncle pass from coronavirus. He was like 80, 85 or something. Like, life expectancy is 80 to 90, 90. What is it?
Sure.
Like,
I'm gonna pass on that one.
The thing that's concerning about it, though, for me, is like we had an instructor, a guy that I hired, not here, but he worked for me in Arizona. He's 28-year-old dude. He died of coronavirus. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I just wish they would stop politicizing it and get the science like right and get it to us in a way that we can trust. Because I just don't trust I don't trust the right and I don't trust the left. I just don't. And I can't trust myself because I'm not educated in these matters.
Yep. Oh, I'm there with you. All right.
He's got this fucking, like, common sense is telling me, all right, cool. I don't want to shut down the world for 90-year-old people. Like, influenza's been killing them off for ever since influenza's been around.
Right.
You know? But how many people do I know that have had it? Well, I'm only looking at a really little bubble.
Sure.
Know? Like,
sure.
But it's probably a couple hundred people. And how many people do I know have died from it? I'm like, well, 2, 3. There's been 3. So it's like, how many people have I known that have died of influenza? None. I don't know anybody who's just like, oh, he got the cold. Like, he caught pneumonia and died on the trail after flipping, you know, like,
all right.
he flipped his wagon and lost 2 oxen. Like, he died of influenza.
Fucking hell. Well, before we get any more corona talk, any more corona stuff, I want you to, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I've already told Ray I'm going to get him to send me some badass clips. So you've either already seen or will see some very specific stuff to YouTube that he's going to send of him doing his ninja shit in the tunnel. And I'd like you to send me some shit of you sucking as well, because people want to see that shit too. So if you had
that's
video,
gonna be so hard.
Oh, look at this. Do your best.
Because I have a tendency not to try to keep the stuff that sucks, right?
Like, you erase it. Well, regardless, you're gonna send me a bunch of stuff.
Or it's on VHS tape. Like,
yeah, I've got that problem as well. I've got like fucking 200 tapes that I can't access right now.
Yeah, the mini DV, like all of my cool shit's on the mini DVs, and I can't even play them.
Well, you just have to send me. Like, you just have to send me ninja shit then.
Yeah, there's the stuff that's on YouTube already.
Yeah, but I need you to send me cool shit for me. You got YouTube. I want my own shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tell everybody, as we wrap things up, how they find you, how they find your organization if they're not near you to come flying in the tunnel. Where should they go? Give me all the social media and all the contact shit.
Well, I don't really do the socials all that much. I mean, I fly Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
I have an Instagram and a Facebook that I don't ever really look at anymore.
Except when you get messages from me.
Which is cool, but it still takes like 4 days to get back to you. You know what I mean?
I don't expect much.
Yeah. I open it up. I look at like the first 5 stories and then I close it.
Yeah.
And I have less anxiety.
Yes.
I was living with the anxiety. I didn't know why. I was like, I've lived a pretty dope, stress-free life. My life hasn't been all that stressful. I have kids and this and that, but there's no reason for me to have these sudden bursts of anxiety and this weird stuff going on.
Right.
And I just decided not to look at. I realized that the less I looked at my phone, the less anxiety I had.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It was amazing. So I've just kind of been riding that.
I wiped off the news app. I took the news app off my phone. I get no alerts from fucking anything. The only reason I'm as active as I am is because I'm trying to catch up with fuckers like you to do this stuff.
Right.
So I'm kind of stuck in the social media loop, but it is what it is.
Right.
Now, speaking of
that, especially.
I was going to say, speaking of kids, why the fuck are you in your car? This is the only quiet place you could find to talk to me.
This is the only quiet place I could find. And it isn't so much the kids. The kids are loud, yeah, but the dog. I have a bloodhound.
Oh Jesus!
So we would be hearing the whole time. That dog can. She gets triggered by anything that's happening outside.
Of course.
And yeah.
Well,
so we would have to be fighting that.
Oh, I just think this is great because this is the first attempt at Zoom that's going to go on YouTube. So I don't even know if I did this right.
This is the first one.
Yes. I don't even know if there's going to be fucking video, but if there's video, I think it's great that it's fucking Ray Ninja in his car.
This is my office, friend.
Perfect, man.
But I hope I didn't get, I was trying to skate the line politically with the Corona stuff, but
fuck it, dude.
I don't know. But when it comes down to it, I don't know how I feel about it. There's no hill for me to die on because I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
I honestly just I'm waiting for the first good, solid argument that I can't poke a hole in to be like, all right, there's the answer.
Yep.
But I can't.
I mean, I think I'm kind of like you in that I'm just trying to do my best to stay safe with what I know and trying not to be stupid. Right. That's about it.
And trying not to be up in people's faces,
yes,
well, here, spit in my mouth.
Right.
Just spit in my mouth.
outside of this life doing the podcast and all that stuff, I'm the most anti-fucking social person I know. It's people don't even walk within 50 feet of me because I just growl. So I've turned into that guy. So I'm fine with that. I save all my happy stuff for when I'm talking to you guys, and then when I'm out in the real world, nah, I'm good.
Let me look at that setup. That is dope. Are you still in the bathroom?
Yeah. So no. I moved out of the bathroom, buddy. I'm fucking full blown studio here.
You're on spot.
Yeah, man. So it's a full studio, 2 seats. I got my fucking NZ Aerosports. I gotta definitely show props to the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Man. It's good stuff. All the fucking
good stuff.
Lighting and all kinds of shit, man. Let's just put it this way. My buddy JP was the one that talked me into the audio podcast 3.5 years ago now, and he's been pushing for me to do YouTube for a long time, and I fucking didn't want to because I knew the minute I did it, I'd end up with this.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but
you're made for it.
I didn't. Oh, dude, I didn't want to. And now, oh well. Luckily,
you got the guest chair there.
Got the guest chair there. Well, normally I'm sitting over there, and so I got the whole setup. But it's been a lot of fucking fun. The podcast is doing great. People seem to be really digging it, and So one of the cool things that I'm doing is they're not all going to be on YouTube. So I get my guests that are just on audio to send me video clips of the cool shit that they're doing that I can release on the YouTube as well. And then with this one, again, if I don't fuck it up, I'm going to mix in some of your videos with this chat. So everybody that's watching on YouTube gets some special shit.
Yeah, dope.
All right, brother.
Cool.
Fucking hell,
Well,
man.
I wish you all the best, man. I'm stoked that you're doing this.
Yeah, man.
It's cool.
And
yeah, I'm
you
excited
and
for you.
nothing but success for you, especially in the new year. Happy New Year, by the way.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to 2022, man. I got one huge project coming up.
Oh yeah.
And I can't talk about it at all.
So that'll be episode number 3.
That's my teaser. That's episode number 3. If I get what I need, if what I need happens, I need to do an episode 3 with you.
Awesome.
Because I need to tell the world about it, and you get the exclusive.
Dude, all you got to do, drop a dime. You let me know. I'm there. I'll climb in the studio anytime, day or night. So I'll just sit here and listen.
My guy.
Anytime you're ready. Ray, man, I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you too, bro. Cool. Have a great day.
You too.
See ya. Later.
And there you have it. Another episode of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you as always by, and say it with me, fuck yeah, NZ Aerosports. Head to nzaerosports.com. By Pussfoot. That's right, head to pussfoot.com, the extreme sports collective, and check out everything they've got to offer. By summitparachutesystems.com. Jarrett Martin and the family cranking out amazing pilot rigs, as well as incredible rigging courses. And as for us, the Lunatic Fringe is now on YouTube. That's right, you're going to have the chance to put faces to the audio by heading to youtube.com and looking up the Lunatic Fringe podcast. It's easy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out all the amazing videos from the previous guests that we've had, as well as new and upcoming interviews on video. As always, I am the fucking pilot. Head to thefuckingpilot.net or theprincesspilot.com. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time around.
Get on.